Hi, welcome back to ODE and to another Friday night pen thoughts. Today it is episode number 17 with this amazing wet pen. And the day is Lisboa, 20 de agosto de 2021. And so, here we are again, almost 1 month after the last Friday night pen thoughts. I'm not really having as much time as I wanted, and I had to do a couple of changes in my life, and it is important to have more free time for family, and this particular kind of video take me a long time to organize and to think about. I'll try to be more regular about this. I'm posting now more regularly again, but these Friday night pen thoughts sometimes they need a lot of time to prepare. So they will come when I can make them. If I can't, I hope you still follow the other videos that I make. So let's start with the first topic that is a common to almost all of the videos from this series, which is the pens for today. And today we have, first let me see how this ink and wet nib goes on this Muji paper. You see the one on the Kaveco Sport works well. This one bleeds a little bit. It's a very wet pen. So the pens for today are these two pens. One is this Sheaffer Legacy. It's a little bit dirty maybe. It has a few scratches. So this is a Sheaffer Legacy 2 and the model is called, let me write here, Sheaffer Legacy 2 with linear matte black. And this pen is a beautiful pen from the Sheaffer Legacy line. It is one that goes with the touchdown filler, which is kind of nice and it works. And I bought this in second hand. I showed you the video and the pen is in working condition. It's very, very nice pen. I like the weight of it, the size. I like a lot the way it looks. And it was extremely cheap because, at least in my opinion, it cost me around 30, just below 33 euros. And I bought this in a store that sells used stuff here in Lisbon. And I bought this one night, and the next night they had another 3 Sheaffer Legacies for the same price. One of those were like this. They had several flaws visible on the photos. I didn't go for those, but I bought this one on the day before. And it is a very nice pen. The photos were terrible as they are in that website. So it is nice. It has the white dot. It has just two little things. It is used so you can see some micro scratches. The things that you can see is that the clip, it works fine, but it just moves a little bit sideways. And also on the top of the cap, let me see if I can show you, there is kind of a ding there. There, you can see it's not perfect. I think the pen was dropped one day like this. But thankfully it had a cap, otherwise the nib wouldn't be here to show you. And the pen is very, very nice. It has these, oops, let me try to focus. It has these 18 karat gold nib, this diamond shaped nib, which is very beautiful. These are large and nice pens. I really enjoy them. I have this Sheaffer Legacy 2 that I bought recently, but I already have one Sheaffer Legacy 1, which is this, that I had some time before. It has some little differences, mostly here on the clutch ring and also on the top of the cap that is round in the Legacy 2 and it is squared on the Legacy 1. But they are very good pens and I'm very glad I could get this one. And it has this plastic linear, I think that's what gives it the name, the linear pattern, which is very nice and very tactile. I really like it. Now, the next pen that I'm using today is this little thing. This is the new Kaweco collection. As I told you, Kaweco is now releasing some special editions. They are released by themselves instead of being released by some countries or local things. They are mostly centralizing this. So this is the Kaweco collection, and this one is called Dark Olive and it has a medium steel nib. It is a very beautiful pen. I like a lot the color of this pen. I really enjoy it. There were two editions before, the Kaweco collection Light Lavender, which had silver trim and it was lavender color, and was the Vibrant Violet, which was a violet pen and it was an aluminium pen. So this is a nice pen. Just to compare with this dark olive color, I want to show you the regular Kaweco Classic Sport, because some people sometimes ask me which is the difference. Are they that different from each other? Yes. The Kaweco collection has a different inscription. It says Kaweco collection instead of Kaweco Sport, and also the green on the classic green Kaweco Sport is kind of a more bottle green than olive green. I think the olive green is much nicer. I really like it. Now, about the channel, what have I been doing? So my previous videos were of several types since I made the previous Friday night pen thoughts. I made 3 reviews, and the reviews, I'm not going to write them here, but the reviews I made were about these Kaweco Ariel Sport Ackerman Orange with black trim, still available on Ackerman. I will leave link below. I'll also leave link below for this one. And I bought this one, and so I made the review of these. That's what I meant. I made the review of this Waterman Forum, which is a plastic entry-level pen, but not made anymore, but it writes quite well. It's quite good. And then about this very nice Lamy CP1 in matte steel. It's no longer available as a new pen, but you can still find it on eBay. I found this one in Lisbon some time ago, I think last year, in a store as new old stock. It still has the medium sticker there to show the nib size. So I have these were the 3 reviews that I posted. I also posted a video where I show you the top 12 pens, the pens that impressed me the most during the first half of 2021. It was the top 12, so you can check that video. I think it's nice. I also made the video where I show you the pens that I got during the month of July, and I also made 3 unboxings. And one of the unboxings was amazingly successful for the numbers of my channel, usually, which was the unboxing of the new products from Kaweco. And on that unboxing, This pen came. This is a Kaweco Student, and this color, it is basically this ivory white barrel, a metal gold colored section, and a steel gold colored nib. So this is Kaweco, the Student. This is the Student, and this is called 20s Jazz, because this is a collection with names of musics, and this is the Kaweco collection. Sorry, not Kaweco collection. Kaweco Student 30s Blues. It's not blue, but we are talking about the blues music style, not the blue, the color. So it makes sense, and it is the second Kaweco pen that is called Blues. So fun. And also the Kaweco collection Dark Olive came in this video. I also made the unboxing of this one, of course, and I also made the unboxing of this another Kaweco. This is a Kaweco Art Sport, the milk and coffee. This is one of the Kaweco Art Sport Generation 3 I'm still missing, and I was lucky to get this one. There is still 2 other missing. I will get one during September, and the other one I don't know if I will ever get. But meanwhile, while I am recording it, I have a very good friend in this world of pens and Kaweco that is trying to find me a very interesting and discontinued Kaweco. So more Kawecos coming, I guess, if all goes well. So these were the pens that I received and the videos that I made. For the next videos, I have many ideas on my head, but I'm not going to tell you them all, because then I don't deliver the videos, or maybe I will announce the same videos on the next Friday Night Pen Thoughts, and that doesn't make any sense to saying every time. It will be next time, but I can say that there are 2 unboxing videos that will come. One unboxing video is about a Kaweco set of 3 pens that is an exclusive for the United States. I bought it a couple of months ago. They are still stuck on Portuguese customs. I paid the taxes, but they don't release the items. So if all goes well, I will make the unboxing of those one day, or maybe they are lost in the customs, or they will send them back. I'm not sure. I already paid the taxes, but they don't reply to me and they don't deliver me the pens. But let's hope they will get delivered and that I will make the unboxing video. And then there is also, so let me just put here that I'm talking about future videos. There is also at the same store where I bought this pen, the cash converters, there was a few days after, not the day when I got this one, and not the day after, because on the day after there were other Sheaffer legacies. There was another Sheaffer pen that I bought, but I'm not saying many details about it. I just can say it is a pen from almost the same date as this one. It's not a vintage one, but it's not the most modern one, and it should arrive soon, and I will make the review. So the review, yes, but I will make the unboxing when I receive it, so I guess there will be more videos. At least these 2 unboxings, when I don't know when, Kaweco one, and that one I think it will be fast. Now, I will have to talk about something else, which is a giveaway. I'm not behaving very well because I made a giveaway about when I reached the 3,500 subscribers. I made the video, I had a TWSBI Go to send, and because there were holidays in between and all that, and I had to send. I sent the pen a little bit too late, but I sent the pen arrived, so that's nice. But when I made that giveaway, I thought maybe I could do one a little bit earlier. not when I reached the 4,000 subscribers, but when I reached the 3,750. I think that's that. In halfway between 3,500 and 4,000. So I decided to make that, but I kept making videos and so on, and I didn't realize that I already reached and surpassed that number. So I will be announcing a giveaway a little bit too late, but there will be a giveaway, and that giveaway will have this pen. This is a pen that I already reviewed. This is a Bina Magic, which is that Indian pen with a retractable nib. I have the pen, I made the review, but this is a kind of pen that when you buy them, I will leave the link below if they are still available. I'm not sure if the link still is working. But when you get these pens, you get them in sets of 2. And so I decided to keep one for myself. That's the one that I made the review, and that one is new and unused. That one will be sent as the next giveaway. I will announce how you will participate, but it is as usual. You just leave a specific comment on one topic, and then there will be a random pickup of the comment to choose the winner. That's it. Now, today, yes, I think I can promise this video will be a little bit shorter. In a way, because maybe I don't have that many ideas about things to talk about, but I have some... I need to... the topics that I have to talk about, they are not that long. Maybe when we get in September and during the rest of the year, I'll get back to longer videos. And that's it. Today I think it will be a little bit shorter. So we'll go to the next topic, which is the uncommon pen of the day. Oh, by the way, let me just say something, because I think I missed. I also made a video, when I talked about the previous videos, I also made a video about my Kaweco collection, and I made my Kaweco Sport collection, only the sport model in fountain pens. So I made a very long video about my complete Kaweco Sport collection. It was 1 hour and a half just showing my 159 Kaweco Sport pens. Now, because I got this one and this one on the mail, now I have 161. So, collection is growing. Now, uncommon pen of the day. It is a Parker 51. And why is a Parker 51 uncommon? Because it is yellow. Okay, let me show you. First, let me show you a regular Parker 51. I guess you already know, you all know the kind of look of a Parker 51. We are talking about the aerometric version, just to be clear, not the modern version, not vacuumatic, not the cartridge converter. We are talking about the aerometric. So it has a cap that could be gold plated or many other variations, or could be this steel or lustralloy as they call. They had the clip that could be this one or some other variations of the aero clip. They had a grey jewel on top. If it was a Kaweco Special, it would have, not a Kaweco Special, sorry. If it was a Parker 51 Special, it would be black. Then it has this shape. This is a Burgundy version. It has this kind of shape. It is a Burgundy, it is a single colored barrel, a single colored section, the hooded nib, and this clutch ring. And then you unscrew and you have the filling mechanism that you press to fill. So this is how a regular Parker 51 looks like. And the one that I'm showing you is this little thing. and this is a yellow version. And so, what is this pen? This is a variation made by a pen maker called, I will put the name here because it makes part of the name of the pen, by Ariel Kullock. So Ariel Kullock is a pen maker from Argentina, and as far as I can understand, Parker had some facilities, some factories in Argentina, so they made some pens there. When they discontinued the making of pens in Argentina, they sold the machinery, and this person, Ariel Kullock, bought the machinery and used to make customized pens or customized parts for the pens, but with the original tools, but with different materials. And that is how a yellow Parker 51 was made. I bought this some years ago when we could buy some stuff from outside Portugal without everything going to the costumes and all that nightmare. So I wouldn't buy these anymore because it would be harder to get to me. And I bought these as parts. So you could go to his website or to his eBay store and you could choose the parts that you wanted. I just searched for a common black Parker 51. I got it, I took it apart, and I just bought from Ariel Kullock the parts that I needed. And the parts that I needed were the section. Maybe this section is a little bit... Okay. This is I bought the yellow section. I think it's a little bit pointing downwards. I'm not sure if it is distorted or not. Not completely sure about that. Need to check it. But okay, I bought the section, I bought the barrel, and then I just put the regular parts, the regular components of a regular Parker 51 inside these parts. So I bought these and the barrel in this yellow because yellow is my favorite color. So now for many years now I have a yellow Parker 51, and I also bought a yellow jewel to put on top of the cap, and I used one of the caps that have the clip of the blue diamond, and the blue is not there anymore. I already thought of painting that with yellow paint, just to make it more coherent with this. No, this is not really a collector's item for the purists. It is just a variation. This is kind of a fantasy about a very interesting fountain pen. Now that I'm looking at it, I've not used this pen for a long time. It looks like the section... No, maybe it's not. Not sure. Okay, this is the reason why I don't like to use this pen that much is because it's not that common to have. And another thing is that when you fill with a dark ink, you can see the ink there through the yellow color. It's not that solid color that completely hides the ink in it. So it looks a little bit messy when it is full of ink inside the section. But I think this is a great looking pen, at least for a collector of yellow pens. So I just bought section, barrel, and these, and I used an older Parker 51 to create this one. However, they used to sell also complete sets, complete pen, but it would be more expensive. As I told you, it is easier to go to a flea market or something around here and buy a Parker 51 that is in, at least that the filling system and the nib is in good shape, and just swap the parts. So again, regular Parker 51, very special edition by Ariel Kullock. It's not an official one, but he is a very important pen maker. So if you look at that book that was made about the Parker 51, you will find reference to Ariel Kullock, because he is one of the... It's so well known that it makes part of the history, of the non-official history of the Parker 51. And now let's go for those thoughts, those topics where I ask you questions, just to think a little bit about them. And the first topic, let me get the Kaweco Sport, which is called Kaweco Collection. By the way, Kaweco is also releasing soon premium nibs. So they have the steel nibs, they have gold nibs, and they will make premium nibs, which are nibs that are specially tuned to be in to give you more a kind of a gold nib sensation. So they will be released very soon. I will have them also for review, so I'm very curious about that. I usually don't complain about Kaweco nibs. Many people do. I don't. But I will address this someday. So maybe it is an idea for another Friday Night Pen Thoughts, is why Kaweco nibs are so controversial. Okay. Topic number 1 is in which my handwriting is awful and getting worse with age. In which stage of your pen journey are you? And where do you think it will go? Where do you think it is heading to? So, when I ask you this question is because I follow some people on YouTube, and many pen reviewers on YouTube, they started their pen passion almost at the same time they started a YouTube channel. Most, I cannot say most, but I can say many of them just bought one pen, they made a video about pens, they got excited, and they are on that discovery process. And one thing that I find throughout the years in some collectors is that some get one pen, maybe one inexpensive pen like this, and they start making the reviews, they get excited, sometimes they get sponsored. We have those amazing pens from China that are very inexpensive but write well, and people will start acquiring pens, and then you'll go in a way like me that starts collecting every Kaweco Sport pen that is available, for example, and buy a lot of pens. And in that discovery process, some people start by very inexpensive and then they go into more expensive pens. Sometimes some of those people derive into vintage pens, some stay only on modern pens. And when I say modern, I'm not saying modern as recent. I'm saying modern as current pens, currently produced. Some people go that way. But what I can find is some people actually start buying lots of pens. At one point they decide, okay, I need to stop this and I need to start reducing my collection and selling pens just to focus more on some others. And I see that in many people there is kind of a minimalism thing at one point. People start putting down their collections from hundreds of pens then to just 15 pens, for example, and just stick with that. Some people may keep accumulating them. It depends on the person. So this is something that I would like to ask you. How are you on this journey? Are you following the regular journey? I would say this is the most common practice. When I started my YouTube channel, in my case, it was a little different because I already used fountain pens for a long time. I loved fountain pens, so I already had a lot in my collection. I think there are some fountain pens that I never reviewed that are in my collection from before the YouTube channel. I was kind of a teenager that was a little bit strange or maybe geek, and I liked fountain pens, so I already bought some fountain pens and I started soon. Instead of doing other teenager stuff, I liked pens. So, recently I decided to start selling some of my pens. Yes, I sold some. I traded a Montegrappa Sterling Dragon. I sold a Pelican Stormtrooper. I sold a couple of Montegrappa hardwood pens. Okay, I sold a few pens now. I will sell a Pilot Capless. So there are some pens that I'm selling, but if you ask me, am I in that phase that I was talking about when I think I have enough pens and now I need to put down my collection? It's not really that. I just think that I have too many pens, that I don't use them all, and there are some pens that don't make that much sense to have them, because maybe they don't mean that much to me. For example, that Pilot Capless that I'm saying I'm going to sell is that matte black version. I bought it because I thought it was cool, but it never really appealed to me. I have one blue Carbonesque and green Carbonesque that I like much more, so I don't use that one, and I would prefer to get some money to buy other pens. Am I reducing my collection because I'm selling pens? No, not at all. I also sold a Parker Massima Dufold. I'm not reducing my collection. I'm just getting pens that I love more and selling pens that I don't use that much or don't love that much. So that's just what I'm doing. If you see the rate that pens leave my collection and the rate they come in, I'm collecting much more. I'm getting much more than I am selling. So I'm not in that point of reducing. I'm just trying to choose better what I want to keep. And this is something that I'm deciding to do. Maybe I will start today. I'm not showing you any pens that for sale, but I will show you soon. For example, I have several Lamy Safari and All Star for different reasons. Some I got for reviews. I will start getting rid of some of them and just keep the ones that I really like. It doesn't make sense to have all of them, and in another way it makes sense for me each time. It makes more and more sense to get every variation of a modern Caveco Sport, and that thing I want to do. I want to keep searching for Caveco Sports, and maybe if I sell a couple of other pens that I don't care that much for, I'm able to afford for a couple more Caveco Sports. So that's the point where I'm at. I'm more in trying to curate my collection instead of saying, okay, I tried everything, I'm just reducing my pens because I know what I want. I want everything. I want a little bit of everything. I just don't need much of all of the things. And that's something that I've been doing in some pens. In the case of Caveco Sport, it makes sense. But at one point I decided I wanted to collect every version of a Parker 45. It doesn't mean anything to do that. There are large collections, just prototypes. There are a lot. I will never have a really good collection, and I prefer collecting Caveco Sport. So in a point I will sell most of my Parker 45 collection. I'm sure of that. I will sell many Parker 51s just because I don't need to have that many. I think I will keep maybe 5 Parker 51s. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Why do I have almost 30 in my collection? There's no sense about that, and that's what I'm trying to do. Not reducing the collection, just getting a little wiser about that. Am I losing my interest or passion for pens? No, not at all. I really still I'm still very engaged in my fountain pen collection, and I will keep showing them, buying them, and doing all the stuff. So I don't think the channel will end soon, unless I don't have any more time to do that. Not a question of motivation, more a question of time. And so this brings us to the last topic, number 2. Here it was number 1, I forgot. Topic number 2 is how many pen-related channels do you follow on YouTube? And I asked that because I was talking about the pen channels just before, the YouTube channels, and how YouTubers talk about their pen collections, and I thought about that. How many do you follow? I tried to answer that question myself, and my answer is a little bit above than little above of 100. I follow most pen channels that are out there. I follow some pen stores, like, I don't want to say that many because I risk missing some, and it's not fair, but for example, I know that I follow Fonto Plumo, I follow Gold Spot Pens, Goulet Pens, Appleboom, Pen Venture. I follow some brands on YouTube like Pelican, Caveco, more. I can't remember them all, but I follow many brands. Although the brands don't post that often, it's easier to see YouTubers talking about pens, and lots of individual YouTubers. Some people talk more about inks, some more about pens, some have very specific preferences about some pens, or some filling systems, or some inks, or stuff. So I follow also a lot of them. So over 100 channels that I follow because I find them interesting, and because I do pen reviews. It's always nice to get ideas and to know the opinion of other pen followers. My question for you is, how many do you follow? 1, me, for example, or you follow 10 or 15, and do you follow as much as you see on YouTube, or you follow just the ones who talk about the pens that you are interested in, or do you follow in a preference the ones that usually have the same kind of opinions as you do? For example, I have to say that I follow lots of pen reviewers because I enjoy watching pen reviews, and sometimes when I'm doing other stuff, I have my computer with YouTube videos playing and I'm watching and hearing pen videos. And for example, I usually watch every SB Harry Brown video. He's like a very important person in the pen review world. I also follow, for example, Fig Button pens, but I think the SB Harry Brown is more impressive in that matter. I like to see his reviews because he reviews lots of pens. He has his very strong opinions. I like to see because I like to know what is going on in the pen world, but I know that his opinions about pens are almost never the same as I have. So it is very interesting to see his opinions, or to hear, or to read, or to watch his opinions on pens, because he has a different view, and that is fun to see things under another perspective. But it is also fun to see a pen reviewer like Wesky Squirrel that is more like me. He has in age is more similar to me. He goes into many European brands. I also go. He goes more for vintage. I go more for modern. But I think if he likes a pen, the chances are that I will like that same pen too, probably. If SB Ari Brown doesn't like a pen, I think I need to give it a second chance, because sometimes he doesn't like pens for the same reasons I really like them. So it's interesting. So how do you do that? Do you follow everything? Do you try to see what is going around? Do you follow specific pen reviewers because they focus in a brand that you like or something like that? Or you just find that person very... You find his personality appealing and you follow that person because you enjoy spending your internet time with him or her, or you follow a pen YouTuber because you can really relate with his opinions, and if that person says, if you can buy Ariel Kullock version of a Parker 51, you know if that person likes a Parker 51, you will like one too, and so it will make sense for you to buy it. So let me know your thoughts about that, because I think this is an interesting topic. At least for me, it is an interesting one. So we reached the end of the video. I told you this would be a little shorter. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, thinking about what topics I would talk about. I hope to make a better one soon, but now that's what I'm able to do. I have to thank you a lot for watching, for being there all the times, for understanding when I have time to make videos, when I don't have time to make videos. You have all the time and the patience to keep hearing me talking about Kavex Sports, but I also talk about some other stuff. And so it's nice to have you there. I wish you all a very nice weekend, and we will meet here in the channel soon. Bye.